Today we are going to be multiplying decimals using our base 10 box. Previously, we have multiplied whole numbers using our flats. So one of our flats is going to represent one whole. One of our rods is going to represent 1/10 because it takes 10 rods to make one whole. And then we're going to have our cubes represent 100ths because it takes 100 of these to make one of our wholes. Our problem that we're going to be multiplying today is 2 and 4/10 times 2 and 3/10. To make a rectangular array, we're going to start with our two flats, which both represent 1, and we're going to make that horizontally with 2 flats and 4 rods. Once we have 2 and 4/10 represented, we're going to make 2 and 3/10. And we're going to represent this vertically because this is what we learned when we began to multiply our whole numbers. Here we have 2 flats going vertically, and then we're going to add our 3/10 vertically. Now that we have 2 and 4/10 represented horizontally, and we have 2 and 3/10 represented vertically, now we have to fill in the rest of our array. To fill in the rest of our array, we have a big spot, which means that we can use our flat to fill it in. Then there are some spaces where we can use our rods to fill it in. We can do that horizontally as well as vertically. For this spot, it's too little to use rods, so we're going to have to use our tenths. It's going to take me 12 tenths to fill in the rest of the array. Now that we have the array filled in, we have one last step, which is to regroup. As I told you before, 10 of these rods is going to equal 1 flat. So because we have more than 10 rods, we're going to substitute it for 1 flat. So we're going to take 10 of our rods away and add a flat because they represent the same thing. We also have 12 of our cubes, so we're going to take 10 cubes and replace that with one of our rods. Now that we have everything regrouped, all we have to do is count everything and we have our answer. We have 5 flats. Because one of these flats represent a whole, we have 5 as our first number. We have 5 rods as well, and 5 represented tenths. And then we have 2 hundredths. So therefore, altogether, we have 5 and 52 hundredths. We have 5 whole, 5 tenths, and 2 hundredths. Therefore, the answer to 2 and 4/10 times 2 and 3/10 is 5 and 52 hundredths.